It's a shame and disgrace that Jamaica, a country of approximately 3 million people, does not have a burn unit.
Just like on YouTube, figure your brain some new food.
Hello people, and welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time on the channel, a special welcome to you. I ask that you check out the rest of my videos. If you like what you see, give them a thumbs up, leave a comment, but more than anything, I'm asking that you subscribe to the channel. Burn unit needed in Jamaica. That is pretty much today's topic, and I'm also going to be talking a little about the Gordon Town Road, which has collapsed a few weeks ago, and the price tag that has been put on it to repair it. But first and foremost, I have to talk about the young lady Carrion Collins, 25 years old. She was only 25 years old, and unfortunately she has succumbed to third-degree burns that she suffered 12 days ago, to my understanding. Unfortunately, the family could not acquire the 110 million Jamaican dollars that was required to take Carrion to some hospital in Florida where they had a burn unit, and that was the closest to Jamaica where her life could have been saved. It is unfortunate that when it comes to life and death, money plays such a great part. But the ugly truth is, I would say 99% of deaths worldwide relies on whether or not the individual had money or didn't have money. So, yeah, it's an ugly reality to see that there's a price tag on our life. Pretty much, if we should fall into a situation and we need medical care, it depends on our financial security. And there is some sadness in that reality. Again, I say it's a reality because it is so, but there is some sadness in that if you are a human. But before I get into how I feel about the passing of Carrion and the reaction of her mom, I want to put something out there in regards to what I believe is necessary to Jamaicans to avoid such an unfortunate situation to repeat itself. It is renowned that in Jamaica most people use gas stove, and gas stove in Jamaica is not like gas stove everywhere else in the world. Gas stove in Jamaica is accompanied with a cylinder, and ever since I was a kid I'm aware of this cylinder. When I was a child, my mom had one of the huge cylinders, and I remember she had a hole in the wall and that big tank sat outside. Now that I'm an adult, I realize that even though it sat outside the house, it was not enough to protect us just in case we should have a gas leak and a fire mixture. That wall of our house could not protect the underlying danger. So whether your gas cylinder is indoor or outdoor, I think it's necessary that the Ministry of Education undertake the safety usage of gas cylinders in households. What I'm trying to say is, it would be good, it would be a step to safety if it is taught in school. And when I say in school, I'm talking about from 7 years old all the way up to say 15 years old. It should be taught to everyone in school, because the government can't be everywhere at once, and you can't, you know, Jamaican people, I won't say they, because I'm a Jamaican, we don't always follow the rules. And if you say to Jamaicans, don't let this age group use your gas stove, some will abide and some won't abide. In this case, it's not about age, because Carrion was 25. She was an adult, and she made a deadly mistake. So I would love to see that the Jamaican schools, the Ministry of Education, mandates that the safety usage of gas stove and cylinders is explained in school, is directed in school, is demonstrated in school. Let every child know the danger of gas cylinder and gas leakage. Teach it in school, Advertise it on TV, advertise it on the radio, advertise it on billboard. Just show it everywhere. Because what had happened in this case, from my understanding, Carrion Collins went to use the gas stove. She turned on the gas stove and she thought she lit the gas stove. And she left the area of the gas stove. And when she returned, she realized that the fire wasn't lit. And only if she had taken that brief moment to think about it, maybe open a door, open a window, leave it for a while before relighting the stove. But it's a human error. It's a human mistake. It could happen to any one of us. And she lit the match, and the rest was history. She succumbed to third-degree burn, which she suffered. Okay, let's hope that I explained my point in that clear enough. If not, my subscribers and my commenters can help, put it out there some more. Pretty much I'm just saying, the usage of gas stove and cylinder, Jamaicans should be educated on it. Of course, I know some Jamaicans going to say, well, I'm an adult. I don't need to be taught how to use a gas stove or a gas cylinder. Whether you think you need it or not, just pay attention. So I'm putting it out there so the government has some responsibility to say, well, at least we tried our best to educate the nation on the dangers of cylinders, and another 25-year-old or younger don't have to lose their life by making such a deadly mistake. That's pretty much what I'm saying. Now, the family of Carrion Collins reached out to the public for donations to acquire this 110 million. It was a big ticket. When I first heard it, I was like discussing it with my wife. I was like, that is a big ticket. My wife kind of had some insights on that kind of thing. So she says, yeah, it's around that if you don't have health insurance, So I thought, okay. But before we could even get a chance to do a little donation, next thing we heard is that Miss Collins died. So the mother, as you would expect, was upset. She was upset with the government of Jamaica. She was upset with the opposition of Jamaica. She was upset with everybody. And I cannot blame her for being upset, because it's your child and you would like the help from any source to save her life. And I can relate to that 100%. However, I must say that the resentment towards the politicians of Jamaica, I didn't so much agree with, for the simple fact that I think a lot of Jamaicans need to be educated on politicians. Politicians are politicians for, first and foremost, very selfish and personal reason. It's a paycheck to them. A lot of politicians goes into politics with strong passion about helping the nation. And when they get into that position, somewhere down the line, they lose their way, or they realize that the task is way bigger than them when they're on the outside looking in, and now they can't do anything for anyone but themselves. That is a sad reality, but in most cases, than less, that is so. On the other hand, let me just defend politicians to an extent. Let's say the Minister of Health, because this was one of the person that the mother named, Christopher Tufton. Christopher Tufton was called upon to do something. But you have to understand politics. I believe Christopher Tufton is the Minister of Health, and he's also the Minister of Parliament for an area in St. Catherine. Not the whole St. Catherine, but a part of St. Catherine. And with each politician comes a purse. And that purse has to be dispensed in regards to aid their constituents and also their ministry. So Carrion Collins had a situation in Kingston. First and foremost, it is out of Christopher Tufton's jurisdiction, is constituent. It's not his area. However, it falls under his ministry. But remember the purse that I'm talking about that has been distributed. The Ministry of Health has a purse and this purse has to be distributed to health facilities in all 14 parishes of Jamaica. So it's not like Christopher Tufton could just snap his finger and make it happen for Miss Collins. But when a burn unit is required in Jamaica, this falls on the lap of the Jamaican Prime Minister. It also is a responsibility of the Jamaican citizens to make a plea, not a plea, forget a plea. Remember, the government works for you. So you have to petition your government, write a paper, an A4 paper, what we call a typing sheet in Jamaica. A petition sometimes can be as small as that. You put your request and you get as much signature as possible, making your demand from the Jamaican government. You certify it with a notary public, you make a copy of it, and you send it off to Jamaica House. If it falls in deaf ears, then you take it to court. And this is how the government has to face your demands, the people of Jamaica, your demands. You are the government of Jamaica. It's a democracy. So Andrew Holness only works for you. You don't work for him. Jamaican people, people worldwide always get that concept wrong. A lot of people think the lawyer doesn't work for them. They have to do what the lawyer says. No, the lawyer have to do what you say. It's kind of the same in politics. The politicians have to answer to your demands. If they don't, then you don't vote them back in. So what I'm saying is, where this burn unit is concerned, the people of Jamaica has to petition the government and say pretty much, this is layman terms. It's a shame and disgrace that Jamaica, a country of approximately 3 million people, does not have a burn unit. And every time someone gets severely burned, we have to think about America. Jamaica is not a state of America, people. Jamaica is an independent country in its own. We wave a flag of yellow, green, and black. America is red, white, and blue. We have nothing to do with America. America has nothing to do with us. So if someone in Jamaica is burnt badly, the American government, it's not their concern. It's our concern. It's Jamaican concern. And we have to stop running to Uncle Sam for everything. We claim to be independent from 1962, then we should act independent. We should have everything that we need. It's a shame that Jamaicans who are committed to the country, the ones that live in Jamaica, have to fear that if they get sick and they don't have a visa, they're doomed. That is a shame. We have to fix that problem, people. My condolences to the mother and the sister, and I believe the uncle that I saw on television of Carrion Collins, and all the friends and extended family of her. My condolences go out to y'all, and if there's anything that you believe I can help with to cushion this blow, let me know. Reach out to me. But at the same time, I have to kind of like tell you the ugly truth. Politicians are for themselves. We the people have to look out for us. We have to unite as a people. And each one teach one. So we have to teach each other in the areas that we lack knowledge, especially in this particular area where I'm saying how to put pressure on the government, how to get your government to work for you. It's a petition. The court works for you. That's what the court is there for. A lot of people goes into the court and act like, well, I'm afraid the judge that's sitting on the bench works for you. It's your tax-paying money that pays that particular judge. And when you, the people, make a demand, you would like to see that demand here, and you would like to see that demand voted on fairly. That's what a democracy is about. So, condolences once more to the family and the friends and the mother and sister and uncle of Carrion Collins. It did hurt my heart to hear that she passed away at such a young age, 25 years old. It is unfortunate, and it went the way it went. But we can prevent something like this from happening in the future by, one, educating our young children about the usage of gas stove with those cylinders, and two, petition the government for a burn unit in Jamaica. Stop depending on foreign aid. Now, Carrion Collins needed 110 million to save her life. And the Gordontown Road that collapsed a couple weeks or a month ago, I heard that the estimated ticket to repair that road is 200 million Jamaican. It's a ridiculous price tag, people, especially if you're familiar with the area. I know the area, and this is my solution. Forget that. Don't even spend $1 trying to repair that road. Why? If any of you know exactly what I'm talking about, from, say, Papine High School, the vocational center that's on the left, just keep driving, going towards Gordontown, everything on the left is dirt. I believe there's an area there they call Mudtown, and they call it Mudtown for a reason. It's collapsible. It's a waste of money to even try to repair that road because you're going to have landslide in the future. As long as cars continue to drive on that road, that vibration, you know, when that road was first constructed, cars weren't that prevalent in Jamaica. There weren't so many cars in Jamaica. And now that you have cars up and down, there's a vibration there. At a minute vibration, but there's a vibration. Combined with the rain, what happens eventually, you're going to have mudslide. And you're going to have mudslide continuously. So my solution is a bridge. Bypass that road. Construct a bridge from somewhere in Papine, or where you have the, I would say, yeah, somewhere in Papine where you could have an exit to Kintyre, and you could have a flyover to Gordontown. A flyover is more of a sensible and constructive solution than repairing a road for 200 million that is guaranteed to suffer a landslide in the future. That is my solution, people. Let me know what y'all think. Anyway, before I go, let me big up some people.
Big up yourself to the maximum.
First and foremost, let me big up Marva Roberts. Marva, big up yourself. Secondly, I want to big up Health Light, one of my long-standing subscriber. Health Light, big up yourself. Pat P. Pat P, you've always commented on my channel, so I do appreciate it, and I love the commitment and the constant support that you give me. Margie I. Phillips, big up yourself. You know already how I feel about you. And last but not least, let me big up Gregory McKinnon. Pretty, big up yourself.
Big up yourself to the maximum.
And that's pretty much it for now, people. Let me know what you think about this video. Let me know how you feel about my views. Let me know if you agree or you disagree, because you know on this channel, people, I accept thumbs up and thumbs down, agreement and disagreement, because at the end of the day, people, each one teach one. You've reached the end of my video, and that in itself is a support that I truly appreciate. And while I'm at it, I will take this time out to let you guys know other ways that you can support my channel. The first and simplest way that you can support my channel is by giving this video a thumbs up. And the second and most important way that you can support this channel is by hitting that subscribe button and subscribe to my channel and follow me through my YouTube journey. Other ways that you can support my channel is by going to my Teespring online store and buying some of my merch. And another way that you guys can also support this channel is by joining me in Patreon to give me a contribution to support what I do on YouTube and what I do to entertain you guys. Once again, I want to thank you guys for your continuous support and ask that you join me, Ian T. Sebast, on YouTube and see where my journey takes me. Until next time, people, peace.